weak and not prepared. That was the words Turtle had about FaZe, Corelli. What do you make of that?
I don't know about weak. I would say for FaZe, there might be some inconsistencies. The biggest thing that's plagued this FaZe Clan squad has been the shooting, and in their losses, the shooting has been abysmal. They were shocked by Pittsburgh Knights in the beginning of the Swiss stage where they only shot 10%. That's not what you want when you have the type of weapons on this FaZe Clan squad. We'll see if they can get it done here against the high-flying Complexity team.
And already AJ putting FaZe on the board. It took about 7 seconds. They look pretty prepared to me, Corelli.
Yeah, looking prepared, and that's a great way to start things off. And a lovely touch from AJ coming down off that wall and getting to the right side of that ball to just nudge it into the net. Caught the defense off guard. AJ 1 for 1.
And AJ has been having a spectacular event so far, averaging over a goal per game. I believe 1.2 through the Swiss stage. Another chance here. Raiseball will clear it out, but AJ having a really great go so far, Corelli.
And there's something to be said about FaZe. You know, they're qualified for LAN, but it's kind of fun to play spoiler, or at least, you know, inflicting pain against the opposition here. And there might be some motivation just to beat this Complexity squad to force them into a tiebreaker.
All of Space Station looking at this one. Shad will get one back for Complexity. You saw AJ holding onto that ball for a while. Plan kind of backfired.
Yeah. Poor touch there from AJ in the end. It was fine control, but then didn't have the flick I think he wanted. And FaZe a little lackadaisical to respond to the lost possession. Complexity will jump all over it. We're tied up.
So we're back to where we started. Tie game. You see AJ getting bumped. A demo as well from AJG. Back pass. Shad. Beat out by First Killers, who was there speedily. AJ up. Touch off the corner. Illusion helps out. Raised Bull. Taking that. Another demo from AJG. That's a couple. AJG getting physical.
First Killer whipped around that corner there too. That was a bit dangerous. Illusion can't get a hold of this one. But I think a lot of the pace and control going over to FaZe right now. Complexity have to respond to the same type of speed, and Complexity, you know, they can live up to the speed. Right now, it's going to be Shad looking for that back wall. We'll find First Killer instead, and Complexity looking for a way through this FaZe Clan defense, and still not able to find it. It's great backboard defense right now from FaZe, and now here comes the quick transition. That shot goes wide. A near post shot from First Killer turned away, and it's back to the FaZe Clan side.
You saw how quickly FaZe put that counterattack together. Illusion, that touch, that was a hard shot. First Killer on the rebound, almost scoring it as well. Now First Killer going for the demo. AJ will punch it in. Illusion and First Killer taking out the other team, leaving AJ to walk that one in.
Illusion got AJG the first time and off the spawn, while First Killer got the man in midair. 3 total demos on 2 players for FaZe. That's how you get a numbers up situation and a 2-1 lead.
FaZe getting aggressive, but Shad responds yet again for Complexity.
Right back the other way. Complexity go off the kickoff here. Look at the speed from Raiseball just to beat out that first man in First Killer, and then Shad to quickly collapse on top of it. We talked about the speed just a moment ago from Complexity, and that kind of stuff coming off the kickoff is what they're going to need.
Complexity, one of those triple threat teams. AJG, Raiseball can be high scorers, but Shad this game already getting a pair. And also one thing about Complexity, they love to take that ball in the air and go for the flip resets, play keep away, not afraid to play risky and play fast.
Certainly not afraid of that. They're also one of the best teams in this regional, at least so far, shooting percentage against opponents. First Killer, though, that might ruin that statistic as he comes down with the second touch. FaZe back in the lead.
And you saw Raiseball, he got in the lane, but the bounce afterwards was not ideal. First Killer so clinical. Going for a double tap and sneaking that right underneath the crossbar. FaZe Clan get their lead right back.
And FaZe are a team that, hold on a second, that was a good flip reset attempt there from Raiseball. FaZe Clan are a team that they put up so many shots in a game. And it's just a matter of time till they break through. Already 7 here, but they've converted on 3. And you just can't afford so much opportunity to the weapons in AJ and First Killer. They'll just put it off your crossbar. That one bounces on the goal line as Complexity are lucky to see that one be cleared away.
Illusion, it's blocked out. And we'll see if more shots come in for FaZe. First Killer, double tap, pass out to the middle. AJ, backboard, will be cleared out by AJG. Complexity right now struggling to get out of their own half. This could be something. Illusion on the backboard will deny it off to the side. AJ streaking down. First Killer
there.
That shot will be wide. He had the option to pass to AJ or go for net. Looked like he chose the middle path, which didn't really pan out.
Oh, that's a fine touch from Illusion. Here comes AJ, drop it down. AJG can't make the save. First Killer can't get a good shot. And Complexity quickly on the rotation. Now the demo opens things up. AJG will get the demo and the goal to tie things up.
AJG getting there in the nick of time. You saw him get underneath that ball. He's pre-flipping to it. Bounces right over his hood. Is able to get that ball off to the left around the defender. That might be a little bit of a taste of what's to come, Corelli. The fight that Complexity is showing.
We are certainly in for a good series. Back and forth, teams trading blows. Here comes an opportunity for Complexity, but the light touch from Racebull will put an end to it. Illusion trying to make his way downfield. And you can feel like maybe Complexity getting a foothold in this game. They're not playing as much defense, but as I say it, they're stuck on their own third. Illusion will just poke it away. Here comes Racebull. The flick doesn't get it. And a spoiled chance.
And he had plenty of boost, Corelli, if he makes that touch. Now AJ, the 50, he lays off the ball. And that does confuse the Complexity defense. Clear attempt, First Killer back to the middle. AJG off to the side now. AJ skips it high off his hood. First Killer. Flip reset. Couldn't get back to the ball. Still a last second chance. Complexity going for it now. Racebull back to the middle, and that ball will touch. And game 1 is going to be overtime, Corelli.
So much on the line here for Complexity, and an overtime just adds to that tension here in game number 1, and that'll set the tone, I think, James, for this series. And for Complexity, that counterattack, though, it's certainly paid off. The kickoff goals and counterattacks is where Complexity have really found their 3 opportunities. See if they can get another one. Another one here in overtime would end game 1.
FaZe gearing up for an attack. AJ in the air, flip reset. Wave dash, pushing it 50, back out to Illusion, who pops it high. Illusion, double tap pass. Shad will break up the shot. First Killer was coming in. Another chance. Illusion down to AJ in the clear out. First Killer has to buy time. Will get the boost. Slow playing it, waiting for the challenge. Finally comes. Gets it around 1, but AJG back to the middle. First Killer upfield. Shad denying the clear. Racebull 50'd by Illusion. Now AJ. Another hard pinch. First Killer doesn't have a ton of boost. Has to clear it out in a panic. Big boom from AJG. Oh.
For Complexity, and they're going to need more of those. Now 14 shots for FaZe. Now a 15th comes through as a save is required from Racebull, and quickly thrown down the field here for Complexity. Trying to set something up, but so direct with their approach. It's too easy for FaZe right now on defense to get down the field.
And First Killer, he got demoed, and now he's coming back to the play with full boost. Waiting for a chance. Shad, the flick. First Killer slowing it down. There goes all the boost. AJG, his own corner. Shad wrapping around, clearing downfield. First Killer getting blocked out by Shad. Illusion doesn't get the best clear. AJG will keep it in the FaZe zone. First Killer, 50, now out to AJ. First Killer with some space. 50 to the corner, gets demoed, however. That'll relieve some pressure. Now, Illusion, if he gets beat, First Killer will respawn, and Racebull did get bumped by Illusion.
Whoa. Oh, AJ was almost home free there. The defense quickly had to dive in front of that. in this regional so far. Complexity 2-0 in overtime. It's been favorable for them so far in this regional, but haven't had to go through FaZe in this fashion. And FaZe right now, boy, oh boy, they are just putting shot after shot, up to 17 here in game one. 17 shots in game one, 8 for Complexity.
But that's been Complexity's MO up to this point. They've been allowing the shots. Now another one saved by Complexity. AJ doesn't give up, but it's still saved out. AJ.
Got boost.
He's faking the shot. You see the demo attempt, the
No
50.
way.
AJ stays on it, and he finishes the job. FaZe finally win it in OT.
And you could see the communication between AJ and First Killer. First Killer wanted the pass initially, but then you could see that he had some time with AJ on the ball and quickly drives in front of him to take out a man and make that defense jump. FaZe Clan finally break through here in game one after so many opportunities on the Complexity side.
And Complexity, credit to him for holding off that attack for so long, making some goal line stops, but AJ continues to have a wonderful event, a hat trick, slowing that play down, and that was excellent communication as well from FaZe. You saw First Killer get out in front of it, AJ faking the touch, slowing the play down, getting that low 50, and then being in position to get the read off the backboard. FaZe Clan had to fight hard for that win, Corelli.
A lot, yeah, and a lot of creativity coming out from FaZe Clan as well. Obviously with that last goal, with 2 players leading in front of the ball, but also a lot of demos coming out from Illusion as well to make sure to keep the numbers up for FaZe. And again, when you have the weapons like AJ and First Killer, removing one of the defenders is just such a headache for the opposition. And FaZe Clan have certainly taken advantage of that multiple times in just this first game.
And another thing about FaZe that's so frustrating is when you give a player like First Killer or AJ that space, the things they can do with it. Complexity. They kept it close, forced overtime. Weren't able to get the win. Can they get one here in game 2? And you heard Leaf say it, Corelli. He thinks this is the best chance for Complexity. He has no faith in the tiebreaker matchup if that's where it goes.
Well, it's certainly been a hard road here for Complexity. They lost twice, had to go to round 5 and Swiss stage, but the 2 losses were game 5 losses against NRG and Envy. They also had to reverse sweep Space Station in their win. So it has not been an easy road for Complexity, so I kind of believe that, James. It feels like this is everything that Complexity has. They've played a lot of good teams close here so far in this third go-around in the fall split, but they just haven't been able to come out on top against teams like NRG and Envy. It's an opportunity here against a major qualified team in FaZe.
And this is the South American champions from RLCS X. They were the best that South America had to offer. And they're showing what they're made of, really, even just to be at the spot where they can make the major something else. And this is their biggest test so far. If they can win it, they'll go through. Complexity. Clearing it off the line, Raise Bull. Staying close to AJG now comes in. Not much boost, only 4 in the tank. Will now bail out. The pinch across. Raise Bull, the back pass. Oh, 50 off the post. Complexity almost stole one.
Oh, AJG almost able to squeak that one through, and boy, would that have helped out this Complexity squad. Though so far through the first couple minutes here, FaZe haven't registered a shot, and Complexity definitely spending a little bit more time in this final third. Can they break through and gain a lead?
Been back and forth. Even in the last game, it was high scoring, but back and forth. This time, a stalemate. 2 minutes off the clock now. We're almost approaching that halfway point, and it's been silent. Hard flick. AJ needs to get a good hit. Doesn't get one, but did get the 50, and First Killer will block it. Rebound. Chad doing everything he can, but it's not enough. Complexity off that poor touch from AJ. I thought it was over, but AJ still recovered.
Oh, that was 3 major chances for Complexity, but the defense, you got to hand it over to FaZe. Able to get in front of that, but here comes Complexity again. Another shot here from Raise Bull is going to be high, but saved off the crossbar. AJ is able to turn it away, and First Killer to carry it out.
AJ now taking his turn, air dribble. He takes it to the top shelf. No one could deny him.
7th game in a row for AJ to score a goal, and he gets this one up over AJG, and RazeBull too deep in the net to get back, and it's a pretty simple air dribble from AJ, but it works.
You saw RazeBull. I think RazeBull had confidence that his teammate was going to get a piece of it. AJ not much boost to work with, and even on the other end, defensively. Oh, hold on a second. Awkward ball in front of net. And now finally getting cleared out. But AJ, he has really been something else so far, offensively and defensively. He's making plays for FaZe.
I think FaZe, that's a very welcomed goal with the pressure they felt from Complexity. 6 shots here from Complexity, only 2 from FaZe. And they have Complexity have certainly been knocking on the door. It's taken some miraculous saves, multiple saves at a time from FaZe to keep a clean sheet so far. Here's a shot. That one's going to be wide from Shad. He had options below. AJG going high. Can't get another touch. FaZe in a bit of a disarray, but they do get the touch to clear it out for the moment. AJ's touch is weak. AJG lofts it into the right side, and they'll tie it up for Complexity.
And defensively, there's been a couple tough first touches for AJ, but I mean, even there, he had 0 boost on the wall. He's trying to do his best, couldn't get that out. And the pressure from Complexity finally paying off, and you felt like they deserved one, Corelli, just looking at the shots. 9 shots to just 2. They turned the tables on FaZe in game 2.
And that's the biggest weakness, I think, for FaZe, is they get really bunched up on defense. They send a lot of players, and a lot of their touches aren't hard enough to clear that first man from Complexity or the opposition to get themselves out of a jam. And Complexity, I think, are realizing that here in this game, who have spent a lot more time on offense and pushing FaZe further and further back on their side.
And this is similar to the last game we saw, Corelli. Went to overtime. FaZe was able to win it. Poised for overtime yet again. AJ sees first killer and does get it over to him. First killer, low double tap, didn't connect, but it's out to Illusion. Awkward ball, both miss, and RazeBull will bail out Complexity.
I think they were expecting a much harder shot from Illusion. He really side flipped into that one instead of flipping into it. Now Illusion maybe a second chance, but that one wide. 18 seconds left. FaZe knocking on the door here. RazeBull to clear it away. Illusion has options to his right. First killer will try to collect this one in the corner. Shad, maybe a last chance opportunity for Complexity to steal this game away. Shad again off the back wall. Complexity trying to keep this one on the FaZe clan side. First killer happy to let this one drop, but a little bit late. The shot came through, but turned down by AJ.
And that's the bounce you want if you're trying to take the last shot of the game. FaZe. Scary moment in the end, but they hold on. AJ with a demo. First killer carrying the ball, goes low past one, bumps another. AJ low 50, it kicks out Illusion, racing to it. Another demo from First Killer. And the 50 will put this up the side. First Killer with space.
All of a sudden, the demo game, the physical part of Rocket League coming out for FaZe once again. And you can see what it does to a defense. This time, AJG and AJ trading demos in the corner on the FaZe side. RazeBull with some space, wants to take it himself, immediately shut down by First Killer. AJ to help him out. Complexity, they've been close this game to break through and really have a massive lead in this game. They should have scored a lot more with their chances. We sit tied up in overtime.
Seen a lot of post and crossbar hits coming out from Complexity. Illusion flicks, but not past RazeBull. 50 will take it over to the corner. First Killer making a touch. Awkward for Complexity. FaZe, the shot. AJG had to come from across the net to get that save. Now staying behind the ball. RazeBull backwards. A bit of confusion here for Complexity. AJG, the pinch high. Oh, it worked out wonderfully. But that's certainly not how you draw it up.
No, like you said, a lot of backflips, a lot of side flips, a lot of players not facing the ball, still making a play on it. And Complexity now, they opened up the net for a moment. Here's RazeBull trying to force the issue. Physical play coming out from Shad, but First Killer still has the ball and full boost. Here comes First Killer. He wants the bump on AJG, but didn't get far out in front of it. Illusion's touch. Can First Killer put it on target? He pops it high. AJ doesn't connect. Faked out. First Killer wants the back post shot. Surely not going through as the defense was there for Complexity. First Killer still trying to make something happen. AJ's shot turned away by Razebull. First killer, again a weak touch, but a second touch will keep it awkward for Complexity as it's getting a bit dicey now on their inside their box. Finally a clear will relieve the pressure.
But it's sent back in by first killer. Razebull trying to boom it up to Shad. Shad to the backboard. Oh, the backboard was open. You can see AJ struggling to get there. First killer trying to double, he'll miss. Shad going low, another 50. Panicking moment from FaZe. 2 up.
Oh no.
Shad will have to bail out.
It's a good thing they recognize that. 2 floating up in the air like that would have been disaster. Now AJ smacks Shad back down to earth as he went up for that aerial. Still FaZe here with some control. First killer, well, he gives it away. Here's Razebull, shot on target, turned away from AJ. Complexity again denying on their 12th shot.
AJ blocked out by AJG. The demo by Shad. First killer. It's creeping around, making Razebull nervous. First killer up again, off the ceiling. The double tap. First killer denied by Shad. The save of the series so far.
When you're staring down first killer, you gotta go big. And a huge save, but here comes AJ. A second touch off the clear from AJG. Razebull trying to get through the midfield, but won't happen. And in the middle of the overtime, FaZe Clan looking for a pause here. 3 minutes and 33 seconds into this game, James. My goodness, both games so far have just been wild between these two teams.
Yeah, this has been insane so far. The close play that we've seen, Complexity hanging right in there with FaZe. And even in this overtime, it's just been so neck and neck. And yeah, it stinks to have to pause it, Corelli, but unfortunately there's some issues right now the players have been having. They called with a pause. They're having audio issues, and it seems like it's both teams right now. So they will be trying to get that resolved as soon as possible. We thank everybody for their patience. Thank you for your patience as we try to get through this right now. But this series and this game right now, Corelli, what we're looking at is Complexity getting back into the series or falling behind, losing 2 overtimes or tying it back up. This seems like one of those turning points in a series, and Complexity, they need to win this game.
Well, definitely, especially with the way this series has gone so far. Like you mentioned, the overtimes and just the how tense it's been, but particularly in this game with the amount of chances that we've seen from Complexity, it really feels like this game shouldn't even have gotten to overtime. And that's some credit to the FaZe defense, but there were opportunities where it feels like Complexity should have just pushed through and have gotten some of those goals.
And yeah, I mean, just looking at what we've seen so far, Corelli, has this been what we expected coming into this matchup?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is going to be close. I think some people might write off Complexity and still do write off Complexity because they're coming over from Sam and they might have some skewed perception. But Complexity has been extremely strong, and I would say a pleasant surprise. I knew they were going to be good, but I didn't know they were going to be already, top 5 contenders here in North America. And there's so much for this team to still learn, especially just the opposition. I mean, this is still, only a few times being able to play a lot of these top teams in a tournament setting. Sure, they can scrim or whatever, but a tournament setting's really where you get that valuable experience. And so for Complexity to come over here and do so well, that's huge. Like the way you're able to adapt to 2 different regions this quickly means a lot going forward for them here in North America.
It certainly does, and they've played a lot of the top teams very closely. You saw the reverse sweep against Space Station, going 5 against Envy and NRG, and then you even think back to the last regional where Complexity, they beat FaZe in the Swiss stage when FaZe was really struggling and they didn't even make top 8. So this is a team that has all of the pieces and they're consistently getting to the top 8, consistently getting to this point. And they're at that breaking point right now where they can break through into that top 5, make it to the major, and that will set them up nicely. I mean, you talk about the major points alone, Corelli. If they can get into this major, that would be massive for Complexity.
Oh, absolutely. And then when you talk about, what's on the line, even after the major too, they still have a full season ahead of them. So we'll see how Complexity do.
And as we continue to try to resolve these technical issues, we're going to go to a quick break. But when we come back, more Complexity versus FaZe.
To escape, it will take you home. When you're walking on the moon, walking on the moon, chase your happy place. It will change your groove. When you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. That I've never been. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel. When you take me to some places that I've never been. When we dance again, that I've never been. That I've never been. Walking on the moon. One moment to escape. It will take you home. When you're walking on the moon. Walking on the moon. Chase your happy place. It will change your groove. When you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon.
Welcome back, and thank you for your patience. We had a comms server issue that affected both teams that is resolved now. Illusion also restarted his internet, so it should be extra good. And we will get back into game two. It's overtime, over 3 minutes into overtime, and we'll be starting off from a kickoff, Corelli.
We will be starting off from a kickoff, and man, a lot of momentum for both teams here, I think, lost, and we'll see how this pause affects them, because, James, we've gone to 2 overtimes now, and in a game where we've talked about how close Complexity has been to finishing out this game, but at the same time, you could see just before we went to the pause, dangerous attacks coming out from FaZe. This one's tough to call either way so far, even through this first, 2 games and a half so far, if we want to count this overtime.
Yeah, it certainly has. But one thing for Complexity that we've seen over and over again so far is that regardless of how much pressure they're under, they find ways to break out and can make those solo plays. They can make those mechanical air plays that just get that one goal that they need. They keep it close, and they've done it 2 times so far. So even if FaZe comes out swinging, and even if Complexity stuck back on their goal line, you always have to beware of that outlet pass to somebody who's hanging out on the wall or in the middle.
And one of the things that we've talked about quite a bit is the shots for FaZe in the first game. Not the same thing here in this second one, though they are, they have a fine amount of shots here. They have 9 total. But for FaZe, that's actually not even par for them. They averaged so far in this regional 11.4 per game, which leads all the teams here. They're incredible with putting up shots. And even with all those shots, they are the second highest goal scorers as a team under Envy. So Envy's the only team higher than them. FaZe at 2.3 a game. So very interesting to see how this kickoff's going to go for Complexity of FaZe.
And another demo from FaZe. That's another thing they lead in, Corelli. Demos, FaZe. They love that part of their game, and it works. We even saw it earlier with the AJ game winner. First Killer getting that demo now. A chance for First Killer to take the shot.
Oh.
That will be blocked by Shad. Upfield pass.
Oh.
Shad. He'll go for
No
net.
boost.
Oh, he hit the angle. Shad wins it in overtime for Complexity.
He had no boost downfield. He just had to flip and still got back to the ball. Still finds the angle to the back post. And Complexity, they've been knocking at the door all game long. They come out on top.
Shad, he makes that incredible save against First Killer. Then we have this pause, and then the counterattack. You saw it. Shad, not much to work with, Corelli, but it was enough.
Not much. He didn't have anything.
Nothing.
He didn't have anything going in that one. And what a flip from him. Beautiful, beautiful work from Complexity to put that one downfield and then to put that one on target. Incredible. And again, we've mentioned it multiple times now. They were so close to scoring in regular time so many times. I think that feels good for them to come out of the pause into this overtime, come out on top, and tie up the series.
Oh, no doubt. And just thinking if it went the other way, Corelli, where Complexity forces 2 overtimes, they lose them both. It seems like it might be out of reach at that point against a team like FaZe, who you're just naming the stats. They are #1 in many categories, and it would be very difficult for them to come back from. But Complexity, they are a gritty team. They get down in those trenches and fight for every single goal. That last goal, a perfect example of it. 0 boost for Shad, and still snuck it in with not much of a window.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to take the chance, you might not score. And even with no boost, great opportunity to still put that one through. So now you get back into regular time, game 3, series tied up. RazeBull trying to get a second touch for Complexity. They're trying to pick up where they left off in the previous game. But it's going to be tough to break the FaZe defense.
And it looked like RazeBull got bumped a bit and still almost recovered to get that read. First Killer has to bail out, no boost. RazeBull pinching it off the ceiling and back. AJ out of boost as well. Flicking that high. First Killer beat. Illusion will clear it down. Complexity threatening. The shot will not come. The pass came across middle, and now a demo from AJ. But you saw that as well as me, Corelli. That was an opportunity for Complexity.
Gorgeous pass from RazeBull laterally at the top of the box. That one had to have been struck better by Shad. Here's another opportunity. That time RazeBull makes contact. Illusion jumps all over it. Complexity, though, doing a good job of boxing FaZe in, and this is what you got to do if you're going to take down FaZe Clan. You've got to keep them on their heels, and right now, Complexity just a couple touches off from putting this one away.
Oh, man, that's another chance. A perfect pass across the middle. Barely too far away to get the shot. Complexity showing no fear. FaZe now have a chance. AJ, light tap, around 1. Flip reset, back down, RazeBull. Weak clear out. AJ with the corner boost steal. Shad off the ceiling, RazeBull out to the middle. This could be bad for Complexity. You've got AJ airborne. Flip reset, double, rebound, First Killer, board down. That was a little closer than it needed to be on the end, but still a goal.
And look at the flip reset from AJ, getting it to the backboard. He got 2 to go from Complexity, which opened up the space for First Killer to come through. FaZe Clan putting on a show on offense, and they're up 1-0.
That was a wild ride. First Killer We'll clear it off to the side. Complexity having so many chances, but FaZe Clan able to break through thanks to that flip reset play by AJ. Raise pull, the hard shot denied by AJ. Demo comes out, AJ will still force it downfield. Illusion backward pass. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Oh no, AJG, he fell off the crossbar. Lost the footing there, couldn't hold on to it. Now Illusion, opportunities here to go himself, does find the backboard. First killer, shot incoming, back post, kiss off the post and in for first killer. A 2-goal lead for FaZe.
Can't place it better than that, Corelli. AJG sitting in net, near post, not an option. Far post, still a tough one, but first killer will hit it. His second goal of the game. FaZe Clan, despite being held back for most of this game, are breaking through. Complexity still have not found that first goal.
And the road getting steeper and steeper now for Complexity in this individual game. And in a game where they've had some great passing plays, but the shot isn't there or the defense reads it perfectly from FaZe. And now find themselves in a tough spot on defense. A big whiff there from Complexity, but they're lucky that FaZe were a little bit slow to get back to it. Now on the counter, raise pull. This ball not able to get on top of him. AJG wants to keep it here. The pass out to Shad is a bit too far out in front, and AJ will clear it away.
Raise bull, hard first touch, gave it up. Illusion to the side, down to AJ, backboard ball. The raise bull was up early, stuck with it, and had the read. Now on the other end, Shad, air dribble. Going for the corner, and Illusion will get there in time. You even saw the lead block attempt from Complexity.
AJ just went right by that ball too. The Illusion did a good job of reading AJ's miss. Now AJG, another pass into the midfield. Here's Shad to pick it up. He gets over Illusion, looking for the shot. A second touch from Shad, and this one a bit wide of the net. AJ able to clear it away, but only as far as AJG. His turn to take to the sky. Wants to dunk it through two, and it's denied at the top of the box.
Low boost situation. Finally, first killer will find the corner. Illusion the mid, and they can breathe. AJ dunks Shad, now off to the corner. First killer going for the 50. Back to the corner, Illusion, and then the back pass gets it over. Complexity staying alive for now, but AJ will shoot it. Bar down again for FaZe as they get their third.
Used all of his boost to get up to this one at 37 when he took off, and as he got to the ball, there was a half second where he had no boost, just the momentum carrying into the shot, perfectly placed off the crossbar. FaZe Clan, 9 shots, able to put away 3 of them. And with 35 seconds left, looking to take the lead back in the series.
The start of this game, Corelli, you thought Complexity had the edge.
Yeah.
They were having a few passes across the middle. They weren't able to connect on the shot, but the pass was beautiful. They had the looks, but then they lost control, and FaZe, this was an excellent answer from them after losing the last overtime.
And Complexity, they still have a lot of great attacks. Like, this isn't a bad game from Complexity. The defense from FaZe, while it isn't pretty, it's just getting the job done. Stopping every shot, reading the passes from Complexity, and having numbers back on their goal line has really pushed back Complexity in some tough positions where it felt like Complexity had the upper hand on offense.
It really did seem like it. Even though this game is, a 3-0 game in favor of FaZe, Complexity, they had such good looks that you expect them to put in, especially with how they were draining them in the previous games. But the offense fizzling out just from a shooting standpoint. Everything else seemed to be there.
Complexity, they do not have a good shooting percentage in this regional so far, and it might be a reason why they've gone to game 5, 4 out of the 5 games in their Swiss stage, and now having to come back into this series against FaZe in their biggest series of the season so far. Again, it looks good from Complexity. It's that final shot that just is not slotting for them at the moment. And again, credit to FaZe Clan's defense. Yeah, it's great. But Complexity has the opportunity here to get these leads and maintain them by building upon them and cushioning themselves. It's just not dropping for them at the moment.
Yeah, they're playing at the level required. They're seeing their chances. They just have to clutch them. And it's getting down to that point in the season as well as just the major. Complexity, they have to get this win if they want to be in control of their own destiny. Otherwise, They're going to be going to that tiebreaker match against Space Station. Raise Bull. The tip out. Illusion off to the side. AJ, nice first touch. Getting flip resets along the way. First killer shot was denied. FaZe threatening.
What a
the
challenge.
50 from Illusion. The shot, it rolls in. You saw Raise Bull streaking back. Illusion's 50 did so much there, but still it was close.
Oh, that was brilliant from Illusion. He had no boost, waited for the defender who he knew was panicked on the challenge to come through, and he didn't even try and challenge the ball. He just played the touch and prevented it from going out of that corner, and with no boost, Illusion so smart on that ball to keep it dangerous. And FaZe Clan again in the lead.
Illusion, I have another chance to make a play.
Wow.
Backboard pass. Miss from AJG. First killer turns. Backboard bounce off the crossbar, and it will kick up to Illusion. Illusion down past AJG. First killer in the middle. First killer up. Now bouncing out to AJ. AJ. Double tap ball. It's off the ground high up in front of net, but Shad will air dribble it out. Flip reset. Couldn't get the follow-up. FaZe like a vice grip closing on Complexity. Complexity still fighting to get this out of their own half.
And a lot of that is due to the work of Illusion, winning those challenges with no boost and keeping FaZe in dangerous positions. This time he and First Killer run into each other. First Killer just bounces off, picks up the full boost, and takes the ball away. And FaZe happy to sit on this lead and get another one if they can. Complexity not showing the same type of defense through the first couple minutes here of this game, or excuse me, offense. Race Bull, that double tap a little bit too high. And here's a free out for First Killer. Full boost to the sky. He tries to get a flip reset, didn't get it. And the defense will shut it down for Complexity.
Illusion out of boost, staying in the play. Corner pass, AJ down to First Killer. Heavy commit here. Illusion's getting bumped by AJG. Shad stopped out by First Killer. First Killer hustling back, a double commit. Illusion getting a piece of it. Complexity starting to get some space. AJG has Raise Bull, but goes right for net. Rebound out to Illusion, and Illusion will have an open net. FaZe will get up by 2. Complexity, that chance looked so good.
Yeah, that might have been a greedy shot from AJG. It would have been cool if he put it away, but he had Raise Bull below him, and AJ saw it all the way through. And so for Complexity there, a quality chance, or opportunity rather, that's completely backfires. And now again, find themselves down 2 goals.
Complexity continuing to find themselves in situations where they can score, but that execution not coming in. I tend to agree, Corelli. Maybe a bit too greedy.
Oh.
AJ pass. Oh, the net was open. Still is. Rebounds coming out. Shooting accuracy not there for FaZe on that play. AJ blocked out by Shad. Illusion. Oh, now that shot will be coming in. First Killer back. And you said it before, Corelli. It hasn't been the most beautiful defense from FaZe, but it's been good enough, and they're managing to keep that ball out even there. It's not the prettiest, but it's working still.
It works. And this is what we said when they won their regional. It wasn't pretty from them, especially on defense. Hold on, Shad. That's a great dunk to get Complexity back in it.
Huge play from Shad. Flip reset into the dunk from First Killer. Stacks in the green room asked, what's more, what's going to happen more? Flip resets from Complexity or overall game score from both teams? And I didn't know. Because Complexity, they love the flip resets, and Shad is showing you how lethal they can be with them.
Almost every single time on the ball, and it certainly works. But this time, the defense beat AJ an easy tap in, and FaZe Clan respond almost instantly to get one back.
And Shad, in the lone man situation, had to go up and make the play or turn back and hope that he could make this stop. Decided to go for the challenge and was beat out. FaZe with an insurance goal, approaching that final minute.
You really got to dig deep here if you're on the Complexity side. A minute left. Certainly don't want to be on match point here against FaZe, who have looked fantastic. Chicago had complimented them in his interview. That's a big miss from Shad. And Complexity now, less than a minute to go. Down by 2 goals. Plenty of time to get back into it, but it's not going to be easy. Here comes First Killer with a flip reset, but didn't get the touch.
Razebull waiting across field. Nice pass. Razebull, the shot going to be blocked by AJ.
How did he read that? AJ was already up, and he knew exactly what was happening. I mean, he saw Razebull there, so he knew that the pass was coming, but my goodness.
At times, AJ seemed clairvoyant on where these shots will be coming in. It's not the first time. I'm sure it won't be the last.
No, that's not the first time he's done it at all. That's just the first time I pointed it out. He's been crazy just being able to read the game. Here's Razebull, though. Maybe something with some time left on the clock, but just nobody can keep a hold of the ball. The FaZe Clan defense holds strong. And in game 4, FaZe, they come out to a 2-goal lead once again. And they're going to end it with possibly a 2-goal lead, maybe a third if AJ puts it away. My goodness, there it is. Illusion gets one for the road. And FaZe Clan gonna put Complexity on match point.
Oh, AJ trying to style in the end. Didn't get the goal, but still a 0-second goal for his teammate Illusion. Sure, Illusion will be thanking him for that, helping pad the stats. But Corelli, you talked about the clairvoyance, it seems, of AJ and FaZe. Even though their defense hasn't been the most beautiful, one thing that they are continually doing is, even if they don't get the best first touch, they're able to use what boost they have, or at least have made a touch that's allowed them to clog the lane that they think Complexity's trying to use. And they've done that over and over again. Even, I'm thinking back, I think it was game 2 where AJ didn't get the best touch. It was right in front of net, still stayed in front of it, deflected it. That bought enough time for First Killer to get back. They're reading those lanes really well and getting in front of them and predicting where Complexity is going to go.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, the game IQ from a player like AJ is just off the charts. Just knowing how the game is going to go, whether it's you on the ball or the idea of a pass across the box or in the air, he knows what you're going to do, and you're going to have to get by that. And that's kind of been the FaZe Clan defense. They've been very proactive in trying to read where offenses are going to go. And I think that's also why they get in a lot of trouble too, is because if the read is wrong, then they scramble and they got to get back and there's double commits coming out. So they're not perfect, but FaZe here against Complexity, 4-1 victory. Extremely strong showing for them. And like I said, Complexity now have to dig deep. Let's remember the stakes here. Complexity with the win qualify for Major. With a loss are in a tiebreaker match against SSG.
And I'm sure they don't want to have to do that again. They beat Space Station once, but if they can close it out here and now, I'm sure that would help them sleep a lot easier tonight. Complexity, their life on the line here in the Fall Classic. Still hopes for the Major, even if they lose. And the hordes of Space Station fans out there cheering on FaZe to close out this final game.
Yeah, something to also keep in mind, if Complexity win, they knock out Space Station for Major contention. So Space Station fans watching this one intently. And they like what they see so far, but it's not over quite yet. Complexity threatening here right off the rip. But FaZe doing a good job again of just breaking up that offense, and they're going to find a way out.
Chad will pop it. AJ takes over. Now you see Razebull kicking it into reverse, taking time. First Killer up early. Bumps Razebull. Razebull using up tons of boost, but did get the corner steal. AJG ground pinch, but that's well read by Illusion. Corner pass, Shad. Out to the middle, Razebull. AJ gets blocked. It's going in, but Illusion gets back in time to catch the ball on the goal line. Complexity. We've seen this quite a bit from them, Corelli, where they're getting all of these opportunities, but that last shot has been elusive.
And they're just swarming the FaZe side, but like you said, that last touch they need to put through, it's just not coming for them. And FaZe have been really put on the back foot here in the first minute and a half. Good demo from Shad will remove First Killer from the equation. And now the pass is on over to Shad. Big shot on target. Beats First Killer back to the net off the respawn, and Complexity on the board.
Right down the gut, a 90-mile-an-hour shot. Did First Killer get a piece of this?
No.
No, he did. Shad, he hammered that ball 90 miles an hour?
From like midfield too.
That was one of the hardest shots I've ever seen go down that way. Normally those shots, Corelli, you're seeing some kind of pinch or deflections. He just pummeled that ball.
I mean, he had demoed first killer, and in that time, had a shot behind or at midfield, and beat him from the respawn back to his own net. That's how hard he hit that ball.
I don't think you can hit a ball better than that.
No, he got all of it.
That is peak striking.
And so now FaZe, they got to respond here. Complexity, they finally get one to go. We talked about all the opportunities that they've had. Well, they hit a monster strike on the ball here to give them their 1-goal lead.
A good block from Shad. Shad has been a producer for Complexity in this series. Flip reset. It's going to go in. Shad beats them out. And we'll have to take another look at this replay because I'm confused too. I thought the defense had it.
AJ went too high, and nobody even jumped. I think Illusion thought first killer was going to go. When he didn't, it was too late for Illusion to react. Yeah. And Shad just lets it go and drops into the net.
I'm with you there. It was both of them thought they were the second man.
Yeah. So crazy circumstance here for Complexity now in a 2-goal lead, and a deserved one as well. I mean, they're threatening FaZe way more than FaZe is threatening Complexity. And you're rewarded for sitting in the final third. And Complexity, they want more. Under 2 minutes to go, fighting their way back in this best of 7. It's a long road here against a very tough FaZe squad. But they've been vulnerable. Now Illusion, he wants the mind game. Almost got it through Ray's ball. First killer to put it away. And FaZe on the comeback.
FaZe not out of it yet either. Illusion. That was, I think, a wise play, Corelli. Going for the delay, faking him out, and then going for the rebound play. It ended up working perfectly.
Yeah, I like the little delay there by Illusion. That was nice. Just to get FaZe a little bit more time, a little bit more space. Force the defense to think a little bit. Don't be so direct with the ball. Very smart there from Illusion. And they earned themselves a goal, but they got a minute and a half to close out this series if they want to do it. In their way, though, Complexity, they turned it up a notch here. They're sitting on their 1-goal lead. Maybe they want more. AJG to threaten the net. Turned away by first killer.
Illusion getting rid of the ball right to Ray's Bull. Ray's Bull, 50. Goes hard off to the side. Nice touch from first killer. Shad having to hit it out. AJ challenging him, but Shad staying on the play. First killer to Illusion. Illusion back to the middle. AJ, he shoots it wide. The passing play, the ball movement was there. Unfortunately for FaZe, they couldn't find that final shot. They're still going, however. AJ threatening the bump.
Complexity defense just hanging on. Stunned. And Shad now, he can't get to that one. Still FaZe. Looking to threaten the net here. Illusion off the sidewall, wants to take the challenge. Here's first killer, has AJ to his left. AJ back to first killer. Here comes the shot, back post. Ray's ball there to clear it away.
Still looking for passes. FaZe finding each other even in traffic. AJ wrapping it around. It gets kicked out. AJG high hit. Illusion to the corner. AJG out of the Complexity half. First killer and Ray's Bolt. They 50 it out. Now a nice shot from Shad. AJG with the tip. Last chance for FaZe. AJ catches it. The flick towards that. AJ. Like he gets blocked. And Complexity stay alive.
Whew. Complexity happy to see that one be smothered in front of their own net. And again, this has been quality games for Complexity, even in the last couple games. This time, though, able to break through. They registered 10 shots total. So did FaZe Clan, by the way. And for Complexity, Shad was the biggest game changer for them. That monster shot that he had really opened things up for them, set the tone here in this match. Huge for Complexity to get back into this.
And that pass, that infield pass from AJG, also phenomenal. And we take another look at that one. You can see how hard it was. First killer thought he had the angle covered. And then that second goal, the flip reset from Shad, had us scratching our heads. But it was one of those situations where Illusion and First Killer both thought that they were the second man. No one was defending net. They both went for it, and when that flip reset fizzled through, that was enough, and that was the game winner. So well done from Complexity. Will we see a Game 7, Corelli?
I think we might. With the way Complexity played that last game, string one more like that together, and you're in Game 7. A lot to play for here. Gonna see some inspired Rocket League as we had so far. Here's Shad. He's gonna look for a second touch. Oh, that one almost could have been a highlight play to dunk that one into the FaZe Clan net, but it's not gonna happen.
And again, he didn't have a ton of boost near the end of that play. Still, it was a nice pass if somebody was there. First Killer. Now Illusion giving up the ball. Ooh, the tip from Razebull. He gave up possession as well. Both teams trying to get these small touches that allow him to keep the ball. And AJ denied. AJ, valiant effort though, Corelli. You saw him beat multiple defenders out with excellent touches.
Yeah. He was 1v3 is what he was doing. He beat everyone, and he almost beat the last man. His good defense there in the end, but Complexity torn to shreds by AJ alone. Still not able to put that one away, and here's Complexity now. They can get a hold of it here on the FaZe side. It's a good challenge there from AJG, but you're not going to beat AJ to the ball. Here comes FaZe now, their opportunity for the net, and First Killer almost tips it in. Illusion to put it home. AJ clears it away, and a big clear comes out from Razebull to get Complexity out.
And you saw the chance. Heavy commit from FaZe, then the quick counter. Complexity not able to put it together. Now another shot, AJ off to the side. Demo out to Razebull. Slows down, will pop it up to himself. Flip reset, delays it, shot comes in. Rebound to Shad. Shad couldn't put it on target, but you even see Razebull, that flip reset, holding on to it. Perfect timing, but wasn't able to get enough on it to really threaten the goal.
The great thing about the flip reset here for Complexity is they do it so much that when they throw the fake, it really throws off defense. They assume you're going to just hit the flip reset.
Same reason you have the play action in football.
Yeah, it really is. And that's the beautiful thing about the flip reset is it gives you options. You don't always, if you get the flip reset, you could just threaten that you have it. You don't have to use it.
And even the threat can force the defense to make a misstep. So far, defense is holding up. Half of the game gone. Still scoreless. We've seen multiple overtimes. Complexity, they have to get this win. Otherwise, their time in the Fall Classic is over. Space Station, their hopes on the line as well. They're cheering on FaZe. FaZe, their last hope.
What a pinch. And for Complexity, need to get control of this, especially when FaZe gives it up like that. It's just given right back to AJ, who's got Bruce to work with, looking for the dunk. He does get it for now, but here's the opportunity for Complexity to set something up. Razebull, so direct downfield, easily read by FaZe. As back and forth we go with 1:40 left.
AJG still getting a piece of the ball. First Killer having to play it patiently. First Killer will go up against Shad. Pinch blocked out by Shad. Shad going for the second touch. No, he bails out. Called off by Razebull. AJ caught it in the corner. Demo and boost steal from Shad.
Another one from Shad. Going through the FaZe Clan side, but here comes FaZe. Illusion looking for two. Almost able to drop it down. Would have been a tough save for Shad had it been on target. And now with a minute left, Razebull trying to threaten here for Complexity. A late go-ahead goal would be fantastic for their hope. Here's the pass and a huge save from First Killer.
First Killer blocking out that angle. Backboard denied again by First Killer, but Complexity, they've had some good chances. Illusion trying to clear it out. Hard return. All the way back to the backboard. First Killer scrambling. And we'll hit it downfield. Razebull pitching it back. Illusion has AJ in the middle, but AJG will come in with the clear. First Killer, hard off the ceiling, second touch. Off to this side, Razebull there, AJ. Now back to the middle. Oh, this could be a chance.
Oh,
side flip from AJG.
No.
And for Complexity, a huge blunder with a massive chance with less than 20 seconds to go, but still an opportunity if they can get it back. Here comes FaZe to crush their dreams here. What a touch from First Killer. A save, though, comes out from AJG.
Raise Bull looking for Shad. First Killer keeps it alive. AJ's also there. Illusion keeps it open.
AJ.
AJ, oh, the elbow down, and we've got overtime again.
Oh my goodness. Into overtime we go. And for Complexity, a huge opportunity wasted. AJG trying to push it back off the backboard. Here's Razebull with the shot. It's weak, and FaZe Clan all over it right now. A big pinch will go wide, and Illusion on the ball.
That was a bit scrambly from FaZe on defense. Airborne again. Razebull doesn't go for the flip, goes for the backboard pass. First Killer ditches the ball downfield. Oh, the shot just off. Kicked up high. First Killer over to AJ. AJ, double tap, but he's bumped out of the play. Razebull over to Shad. Shad off the arc and down. AJ clearing it out to the middle. This will be good for AJG, who finds Shad. AJG waiting for the pass back. It comes, but the block comes out. FaZe stay alive once more.
You can see the confidence for Complexity on offense right now. They're showing again, just that last bit of execution is what's lacking, but they are threatening FaZe Clan right now. Spending a lot of time here on the orange side. Quality tackle again from Shad. First Killer, well, he'll get through Razebull. Over a minute already of overtime. AJG, he'll throw this one towards Ned. AJ has to clear it away. AJG again wants a shot. And AJ once more will deny.
AJ, he has been brilliant predicting where those shots will be coming in. Razebull, oh, wanted the double. Was just off on it. First Killer air dribble out to the corner. The demo as well. AJ gets beat by Razebull, who had to dodge the demo and get the clear.
Ooh, AJG, he had some opportunity there to get there faster. I don't think he thought FaZe was going to be so slow. Here comes Razebull, a shot. Double commits coming out from FaZe. Complexity, it feels like they have FaZe on the ropes for just a moment. Another quality challenge comes out from Illusion. Complexity looking to put this one away. Looking to stay alive in this series. Looking to go to Sweden.
And it's still within reach, Corelli. It's still within reach. Complexity, if they force Game 7, all the momentum will be in their favor. They have to get over this hurdle. FaZe can close it out here. Backboard read, blocked by Shad.
Another massive block. And a welcome one for Complexity. Here comes Illusion and a huge save from Razebull. The biggest chance for FaZe in a while. And they come up huge on the Complexity side, but still threatening. Shad again to win a huge challenge. AJ to throw it across the box, but no one's there for FaZe.
More pressure coming out. FaZe took a few quick hits. Razebull couldn't make that read. It still bounces out. Help from First Killer will pinch this back to the Complexity corner. AJG wraps it around. Razebull waiting. Self-pass. Didn't get the flip reset either. Was trying to use that ceiling to make something happen.
Well, AJ's not going to go very far with this one. It's a great flip reset, though, and he gets bailed out by First Killer. And the demo. First Killer to dish it over, but he blocked the shot from Illusion. And Complexity gets some help to make that save. We keep going.
I thought it was over then and there, Corelli. Illusion off the ceiling. Razebull will beat AJ, but AJ still gets a piece of it after the hit comes through. AJG, light touch down to the corner. Razebull, 50s out to the middle. This one off the ceiling, back down. AJ up, seeing what First Killer can do. First Killer, pass out to the mid. But Complexity sitting right on their goal line, ready to clear this back out.
Oh, Shad. Almost. Here's Race Bull. AJG can't beat AJ to this one. Oh, coming up on 5 minutes of overtime. But here comes First Killer to pick this one up. Can he put it away? No, Shad will get the clear. AJ's shot will be weak and easily saved away here for Complexity, who's now up to 9 shots here in this game. I guess a little low by this series standard. On the FaZe side, 13 for them. And we're almost at 10 minutes of gameplay.
AJG taking it airborne. The 50 flip reset, trying to get to the challenge. First Killer pushing it downfield. Out of boost for Shad. AJG and Razebull will have to slow this down. Razebull comes in to help. 50 back down to the middle. Shad cuts in. Complexity playing tight. Razebull towards net. First Killer will easily have the save.
Both sides have really, I feel like the momentum has shifted from Complexity to FaZe and maybe back to Complexity. Here's Razebull. That shot too high, looking for a second touch. They have FaZe on the ropes here. AJ's got to jump up, doesn't get the touch. Shad's shot is weak. Oh, the crossbar still doesn't go. They force it through. Shad, we're going to Game 7.
Oh, Game 7. Here we come. And the play to send us there, Corelli. That was pure chaos.
It's a fiesta on the FaZe goal line, and Complexity, they come out on top. My goodness. So long in overtime to break through. Tough saves needed to be made, and Complexity holds strong.
And now things are getting quite interesting, Corelli. At the start of this series, FaZe Clan hopping out to that lead. You thought that this might be over. But Complexity has fought back. And with one more win, they can guarantee their spot at the Sweden Major and also knock out Space Station from top 5. This is wild.
Unprecedented here for Complexity, and the stakes have never been higher, James. Like you just mentioned, to be able to knock out a team like Space Station, who have been so good through the last 2 seasons, and to come into North America for the first time is a statement that has never been made here in North America before. Complexity 1 game away against a very good squad in FaZe Clan to do it.
And to knock out, the FaZe, the North American Open champions. Yeah. The team that many people are pointing to that says these are the players that can dethrone NRG at the top of NA. And now look who's about to do it. Complexity coming over from South America, about to fulfill their dreams of making it to the major, this time for the North American region. Can they do it, or will FaZe, a team where so many expectations have been laid on them, especially after winning that first regional event? It's coming down to Game 7, Corelli.
Wow. And I'm not going to lie to you, James. My heart was beaten in that overtime. And really for both squads. I mean, it was just so chaotic. And like I said, it was like a pendulum. It felt like Complexity. It swung to the right. It was for Complexity. It swung to the left. FaZe was looking better. It came back to Complexity. They hung in there. But they still have another game to go. They both have a game to go. My goodness, James.
And this Game 7 brought to you by Verizon here on Champions Field. So much on the line. Complexity. Perhaps their season. Perhaps their year, Corelli, when you think about the major points that they'll be able to get. This next game worth so much.
We'll see how they do with that offense. They looked strong in regular time and in overtime. Again, FaZe's defense held strong, but not here. Right off the rip, Complexity back to work, and it's Shad on top.
Of course it's Shad. Shad has been having a miraculous series for Complexity, and that goal, will it be enough? These games have been low scoring. We've seen overtimes. We even saw the last one, over 5 minutes scoreless. Now another shot gonna be denied. Low shot bouncer. Rebound out to AJG, but he spins off it. Goals coming at a premium, Corelli.
With the overtimes we've seen, that's certainly true. Both squads have I don't know if it's even struggled. I think the defense has been strong from both sides. I think the offense have been quite good. The defense has been right there to match it. Even with the inconsistencies. Here comes AJG for the offensive complexity. It's met by AJ. Raise Bull, a weak touch, and it's just Shad back. FaZe trying to take advantage. AJ over to Illusion. Back post shot. FaZe to tie it up.
Good passing from FaZe. We've seen this quite a bit. The ball movement is there. And that time, Illusion able to snipe the far post. Shad had a lot covered, but the shot was too good. And finally, the passing plays paying off for FaZe.
We spent like 12 minutes in overtime in total in this series. They have played 2 extra games and then some. It has been an incredible contest between these two. We're tied up again, as we should be, James, with the way this series has gone.
AJ, downfield. And you know the nerves are going to be coming into play. Perhaps more so for complexity. This was the major first goal, the major first step to make it to Sweden. And the shot from First Killer weaves through the defense. How did this get through?
I have no idea. The demo came out for FaZe. AJG with the in and out save. Shad was there too. Oh, but the sacrifice by AJ, I believe it was, to get in front of Shad, and Shad bounced off the demolition, which allowed that ball to go through.
That was crazy. The sacrifice, like you said, sometimes you just got to get in the way. Even when you get demoed, you can still win.
It stopped Shad in his tracks. He was there to make the save, but it stopped him at the post. A massive go-ahead goal here for FaZe.
And the perfect shot placement for First Kill. I mean, he had to get around that first defender to even have a chance. And the demo is something that FaZe leads in North America. They pull it out there at the best time possible. Shad 50'd hard by AJ. AJ gonna go for a bump. Another demo, it's a trade. AJ will skip that off his hood and up. Shad over to Raise Bull. Raise Bull off the ceiling. We've seen Raise Bull go for that a few times, almost catching it on the way down.
It was spinning and bouncing off of players and still almost came up with it. Here's AJG. He beats Illusion to it. They'll be taken out, and a good challenge here from Shad just to keep the ball in play on the FaZe side. Raise Bull will eventually lose it here. AJG back into the play for complexity, and they're trying to push this one down the field, but FaZe quality touches. First Killer with a huge dunk almost into the net. It bounces just up and over the frame, and complexity happy to see that one get out.
Thought for a moment First Killer had it. First Killer again pressing the issue. Didn't get the double. AGG down to the ground. Illusion, the pinch. First Killer pinching that off the sidewall. Raise Bull to AJG, now down to Shad. Shad, the shot, going top shelf and denied. First Killer there to make the stop. Time ticking away. Double commit. But a double commit from FaZe as well. Low shot demo as well. Complexity trying to tie this up as we approach the final minute.
Quality challenges here from complexity to keep it dangerous. Here's the pass out. It's too hard. Shad, he won't get through the corner, and FaZe have certainly shut down their corners. Here's the lateral pass across the box, but right in front of AJ. And complexity keeping their composure here for now, but as soon as I say it, this one's a race back to the goal. Can Raise Bull get back? No, they can't. That one rolls in for FaZe, and they're up by 2.
And that has to be heartbreaking. No one thinks First Killer's going for net. You saw Raise Bull thinking about, okay, I'm gonna go get this boost. I'll be ready for it. I'm blocking off the clear up the side. First Killer going straight for net.
And now FaZe here to crush the dream for complexity. 40 seconds left. AJ cutting through the defense. He's got AJG in front of him. He'll make quick work of him. 4-1 now for FaZe.
AJ, he is so deadly. Gets back down to the ground, making AJG mincemeat. And that will have to secure it. FaZe A 3-goal lead, 30 seconds left. The series, they got up early. You thought it was going to be over sooner, but then Complexity battling back, forcing the Game 7. But in Game 7, with their major hopes on the line, FaZe, they fought back. First Killer especially, a great game. 2 goals from him.
And if you're Space Station, you're breathing a bit of sigh of relief here. Happy to see this one go down. Complexity, they fought hard here, James, and they looked good against this FaZe Clan squad. Certainly a world-class team to go to a major. But right now, they're going to have to wait a little bit longer until they get their match against Space Station Gaming.
It's not over just yet. FaZe will get back that second place spot for the time being. Complexity, well, they won't be going to Sweden just yet. They'll still have another chance in the tiebreaker against Space Station, but with that 0-second goal, it's official. FaZe Clan take down Complexity in Game 7.
And it was a hard-fought series here for FaZe. They did an excellent job of showing up when they needed to most here in this Game 7. In a series where the offense was there, the defense actually looked quite good from FaZe, even though we've always criticized them for inconsistencies. It looked solid in the face of Complexity's offense that have threatened so many times in individual games here. FaZe come out on top in 7.
That was a fun ride, Corelli. That is what you hope to see whenever you watch a Rocket League series. And coming down to the wire, coming down to the Game 7, and Complexity, especially Shad, I think had such a standout effort. Shad scoring many big goals, even the first goal of this game. You even saw the 90-mile-an-hour shot that beat out First Killer. Complexity as a whole fighting back. But now all eyes going to be on that matchup, Complexity versus Space Station. And that's something we saw already in the Swiss stage, but this time it's going to be for all the marbles.
Yep, Complexity had to reverse sweep Space Station in their Swiss stage, so there's some history there. They actually played Space Station quite a bit, so it's a comfortable matchup for both sides. Very interested to see how that one goes. And on the other side of things, FaZe Clan move on here from the quarterfinals into the semis.
And to try and make sense of everything that just went down, we're going to go back to the desk.